Hey, Kimberly Ann. Welcome to the Jax Junction. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Well, let me tell you what it is, okay? Quite an adventure. We adopted Jax. His name is Jackson, but I call him Jax. J-A-X, right? J-A-X-O-N, Jax. Now listen, so many things come into our lives. Everything is a teachable moment. Not just for this one or that one or only you, and no, everybody, the entire circle, the family, all the relationships, all your responsibilities, all your little compartments in life that you thought weren't connected, but you know what? They are. And so every blessing that comes into your life is also, my friends, a responsibility. I'm going to tell you something you've heard before, but it's so true. It's not all about you. I know we like it to be, right? So let's take Jax. Jax is like a baby. Jax is a 2-month-old puppy, doesn't know all of the ins and outs and the rules, what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, the proper functioning of things. A lot of people do with their animals, even sometimes, oh, come on, I gotta say it, like they do with their kids or some other area of your life, and you just go, well, I'm going to add this into my life, and I'm going to expect that thing, that child, that baby, that puppy, whatever you want to say, that new thing that's coming into my life, I'm going to expect it to conform to me, right? No, that's not how it works. Ooh, I'm already steaming up my glasses. I'm telling you, I get so excited about a point. I've got a fan going over there. It's just the way it is. Body temp. But if I were to go throughout my regular routine and not go, I need to adjust. I need to know that when I'm doing my other things, I'm constantly got an eye and an ear on what's Jax doing. Everything is a teachable moment. You know, you don't just go throughout your morning or your day, not pay attention to the new thing in your life. Okay. I'm giving Jax as an example, just a puppy, just a baby, right? And you don't have an eye or an ear on that new thing, right? For, hours at a time, because you're doing your thing. Okay, I'll pay attention when I get done. And then you find disaster, right? That's what you will find, as you're doing your routine. God shows you how to syncopate, how to strengthen, how to, really he's teaching you how to manage things in life. New situations or challenges or struggles or blessings or responsibilities or new doors open, new roads. And God teaches you now, okay, it's not just all about you. Now it's about every area of your life. And let's have it in peace, perspective, balance, right? That doesn't come from you going, okay, let me do all my stuff. And then you go, oh, what happened? As I'm going throughout my daily routine all day, my morning routine, I'm thinking in advance. Come on. Sometimes you got to get up 2 hours earlier. Can I talk to those who say, I'm trying to get myself fit? So are you going to try to go, I have 8 hours in the day that are, already packed, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hours in a day. I got no time to work out. So, and then stress about it. Right? You can't drop something off that needs your attention. I guess I just won't go to work because I need to go to the gym. It's not how it works. Well, I guess I'll just take all my time at work to do things that involve no, that's not what you do. You might have to get up 2 hours earlier to go, okay, or stay awake 2 hours later. You see what I'm saying? If, let's say that workout is what you're supposed to do. Let's keep it short today and just talk about the Jax Junction, right? The new adventure. You have to consider everything, right? So I have a cat princess. Well, she's got her comfort zones and her special things and her daily routine. Just because something and someone has been added, it doesn't change the value of every other thing that's going on. And it doesn't make my value, my thing, my schedule more important than anyone else's. Everything is a learning moment, a teachable moment, a structuring moment. So when I'm going throughout my morning and doing my thing, I'm giving the special attention to Princess also. I incorporate that all in to make sure that she's feeling okay. Hey, because if you're stressed, if you're flying by the seat of your pants, so will everybody and everything else around you, especially in your sphere, your circle. As I'm getting ready in the morning, as I'm doing all the things I do, you study, you incorporate Like I incorporate Jax now into everything. My eye is on it. I'm always looking. No, you're always training. You're watching because they're now in this life that is yours. You're sharing it together. It's not separate. And I've seen many people with animals or, their children, they look back and go, I don't know how that happened. Well, maybe it was the inattention for, 10 hours. Come on, can you see that, right? And then you want to get mad at them for not knowing things that how could they possibly know? A 3-month-old child is not a college graduate, for goodness sakes. They rely on you for the teaching, right? And it's not all about you. And well, now I have this thing in my life, but everything else is, you've got to balance it out. God is growing you, showing you perspective, strengthening you, really growing you into a more mature human being. I know you thought you were as mature as you needed to be. None of us are. Into a more, all of the parts of you, right? There are parts of you that haven't been stretched yet or used yet. So that blessing that has come along, that new decision that you have made, well, now it's going to require something of those areas where maybe you weren't so good at that. Maybe you got frustrated real easily at that. Maybe you just ignored that area, right? So now this is going to require all of that, you see? So that's what I want to tell you today in the Jax Junction. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? You know what? Everything has a purpose. Everything has a function. There's a why for everything. So as you're going throughout your day, maybe it is a new puppy. Maybe it is a new baby. Maybe it's a new job, a new responsibility. You've taken something else on. Maybe you're trying to, grow in an area where you have a talent, like you're a painter, okay? So you've got to work that in. You change or adjust the entire picture so that everything is in balance, so that you learn, those around you learn, so that everything is cool. I mean, yeah, everything like a puzzle fits together. If you've got a new piece of the puzzle now that is being added, no other part of the puzzle is more important. It should all come together. And guess who's in charge? Who's putting the pieces together? Well, first of all, God has given you the pieces, and he has made you a steward over your vineyard, over that puzzle. So it's you, my friend. It's you. The time, the configuration, how you do it, you adjusting, right? So that's what I want to say to you today. A lot of life lessons, and I want to continue on with this as, cutie, wonderful. Jax is a wonderful dog, and you need to grab a hold of those wonderful things in your life that are blessings. If you don't manage them right and take each moment as a teachable moment, a new normal, an adjustment, doing all that you should do, saying, God, show me what I need to do to keep everything as you've already taught me, God. So now I teach others, right? All right, so I'm going to go. It's the Jax Junction, the Jax Adventure, and it's a lot of fun, and there's so many lessons to be learned. Got about 1 million of them already, okay? We'll talk about it tomorrow. Love you so much. God loves you. I know that thing is flock of seagulls. That's another subject matter. Yeah, it doesn't look so bad. Well, maybe it does. So, wow. Well, that was the morning, I'm like, well, hair gonna do what hair gonna do. All right. You do what you're supposed to do. Do love you. God loves you. Until next time.